Good afternoon and good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. And coffee stream time is upon us once again. We have come to Wednesday, which means it's time for What the Fuck Wednesday, everyone. Today we've got videos to watch. Lots of videos. We have, well, not lots. We have 3. We have Tim Pool is a Scumbag by YMS Highlights, who is actually Salazar. They are a fan of Your Movie Sucks, and they do all of the clip stuff for Adam. So shout outs go to Salazar and their channel, YMS Highlights. So we are going to watch a rant about Tim Pool and why he sucks and why he's a scumbag, and I totally agree with that sentiment. And then we're gonna watch a video about drama in the gaming community, and then we're going to watch a video about EDP, some numbers string, some dude who seems to be a pedophile, because those people are just disgusting and need to be exposed. So, and we're going to be reacting to all of these videos. But first, let's see what TikTok is saying, because we are also dual streaming on TikTok. Good morning. Thank you for the gifts. Minus 47 with the wind where you are. Good God. Screw that nonsense. Good morning, Zach. You're from Sweden. Well, hello. Northern Manitoba, that makes sense. I'm down here in southern Ontario. Well, hello, Jerry. Welcome. Welcome. So, let's see what YouTube chat is saying. Hello! Hello! VoiceOver is butchering your name. Let me see how it's spelled. Vgal. 1973. Hello. Welcome to the YouTube side of things. So I've also would like to thank the people from TikTok who have trickled over to the YouTube channel and subscribed. I am now at 1,086 subscribers, and that is awesome. You guys are cool and great, and I love you. It would be cooler and greater and more awesome still if I hit 1,100 subscribers on YouTube and 40,000 followers on TikTok by the new year. That would kick ass, I think. But yeah, I hope you guys, wherever you are having a good day, staying warm, staying dry, whether it be raining or snowing or some sort of precipitation, whether that be happening or not. I hope you guys are all staying warm and safe and dry. Or if you're on the opposite side of the world where it happens to be the summertime right now, I hope you're staying cool and safe and dry. Yeah, let's get into these videos, shall we? Because we have we have a lot. We've got 3 of them, and they're at least 10 minutes apiece. And for the interest of fair use and transformative content, I will be pausing them. So let's get this show on the road. For you on TikTok, you're hearing my computer talking right now. That's something YouTube doesn't get to hear. On YouTube, for those of you, I have a pair of headphones resting on my tripod right underneath my phone speaker, so they can hear the videos that I'm going to play. Okay, so first, we're going to start with the Tim Pool is a scumbag video. There we go. play, or I should say pause. Oh my god, 17 minutes. Holy shit. Okay. This is gonna be a while. Alright. StreamYard. That's the program I use to stream to YouTube right now. Present the screen. Pretty please. Und the Chrome tab. Here we go. Okay. Theater mode. And I forgot to adjust the screen size on StreamYard again. There we go. Okay. All right. So now that I've adjusted that, we are going to listen to this rant, and Adam from Your Movie Sucks gets really, really funny. His rants get pretty awesome. The sound isn't very loud on TikTok. I haven't started the video yet. Thanks, BP. I'm heading into work in a few hours, and we'll probably end up yucky. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'm about to play the video. Let's see how it sounds.
Also, just FYI, like the fucking discourse around the Colorado shooting right now is just so. It's just so. Like first it's like actual victim blaming, like literally like as if the people, like even if we are to agree that kids should not be attending drag shows,
which they shouldn't at all.
What did the people who got shot have to do with that?
Nothing. Literally nothing. They literally had nothing to do with children being at drag shows. They were just at a gay club having a good time, being adults. You know, I don't think there were any minor children there. You know, I don't. That would be called whataboutism, and whataboutism is bullshit. No, he won't be funny on this one. Why is this?
Is there any evidence to suggest that the people who got fucking shot were a part of that at all?
No.
No, it's just because they're gay. Literally, right? Like, that's so... And the people, like, framing this dishonest of now saying, like, oh, the shooter's non-binary. Like,
so what?
How does that matter?
It honestly doesn't matter. It's as disgusting as people on the left standing on the bodies of unalived children after a school shooting to say that there should be no guns in the hands of civilians. It's just as gross. It is just as gross, and it's just as despicable, and it's just as deplorable. It shouldn't be happening. Like, this is why I don't say that I'm like a right or a left person, right? Because on either side are ridiculously extreme ideals. And neither side's ridiculously extreme ideals make any goddamn sense. This is why it is important to be a person that critically thinks about things and comes to their own decision, regardless of whether the people around them will be upset that they did not pick the side that the people wanted them to pick. That is the point of being a free thinker.
Right? Like, let's concede and say that the shooter is non-binary, even though it's just something that only appeared after, a statement from their lawyers saying as such to media.
Right.
Right? I'm willing to use they them pronouns. I don't give a shit. It doesn't affect me. How does that make it any less of a, oh, this was likely driven by hate fueled towards gay people?
It doesn't. Because newsflash, you can be trans or whatever and hate gay people. You can even be gay and hate gay people. It's called being a self-hating homosexual. Okay? It's called being ashamed of your sexuality. It's a thing. But it doesn't mean
You
anything.
can be a self-hating gay person
Thank
or
you,
non-binary
Adam.
and hate gay people. You can still, like, Tucker Carlson literally had on his program Gays Against Groomers,
Yep.
saying, oh yeah, well, people are getting shot, but the only way to stop it is to just, stop giving trans people, trans children, gender-affirming care.
Okay, those two concepts don't... What? The only way to stop gay people getting shot is to stop giving trans children gender-affirming care. Right. Okay. While I understand the Gays Against Groomers movement, and I do not believe that a child should be given, like, any sort of medical intervention to change their gender because they're children and they don't understand the permanence of that that decision. The argument about that and the argument about gun violence are two different arguments. And I don't understand where the twain have met for Gays Against Groomers here. It doesn't make sense to me.
Like, obviously there's people in the LGBT community that are right-wing nut jobs.
Yep.
Right? Like, people respond in my fucking tweet when I'm calling out the rhetoric. I'm calling out people that are literally blaming the people being shot. Right? And then people respond being like, oh, looks like your narrative is done because the lawyers of the shooter are saying that they're non-binary now.
What narrative? That gay people aren't violent? That trans people aren't violent? Like, humans are violent. I'm sorry. Like, you don't get to sit there like your narrative is destroyed. What narrative? There was no narrative. And to sit there and claim that there was a narrative. What narrative? That gay people, trans people can't possibly have violent tendencies? I don't think I ever heard that. Even from the most extremely left-wing person, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say gay people or lesbians or trans people are never violent. I don't ever recall hearing those words.
That had nothing to do with that doesn't contradict what I said at all.
No.
I did not make any prescriptive statement about the shooter's gender identity.
And the shooter's gender identity doesn't matter. They're a piece of shit who went to a nightclub and killed a bunch of people. I don't care what gender you are, and I don't care who you want to sleep with. I don't care who you believe in. I don't care what color you are. You're an asshole. You killed people for no reason. Fuck you. Like, why does it matter? Why does it matter if they're non-binary or a furry or a Democrat or a Republican or Aztec or a purple people eater? They went to a nightclub and they killed people. for no fucking reason other than that they were gay. And the only reason that each side is picking apart this person's motives is for their own sick gotcha points for their side. Again, standing on the corpses of innocent people who just wanted to go have a good time for fucking gotcha points. Gee, why don't I pick a side? Why don't I say that I'm left or right? 'Cause both sides are full of fucking garbage. That's why. What's TikTok's chat saying here?
Speech on. Note 10. Yes and no. The driving ape. 10. Yes and damn officer. You are amazing. Kyle Dennis Linton. Are her other senses stronger? Tammy Sheen shared alive. 10. At Melissa Jane, she's wonderful. The driving ape. Melissa Jane sent Rose X5.
Thank you for the roses.
Just became a top 1 viewer. 17. Face rolling on the floor laughing. Face rolling on the floor laughing. I love this woman. She's awesome. Okay, hand. Melissa Jane.
Oh,
Moderator, the driving ape. 10. She kind of can, but the shape of the prosthetics prohibits most movement. 10. Your eye movement is Kyle Dennis Lynn. 10. Your eye movement is controlled by the sockets. The driving ape. Kyle Joshua Billingsley 13 followed the host. One new message. One new message. Joshua Billingsley 13 followed the host. Rose 10. At Melissa Jane, she's wonderful. Send gifts to the host to support 10. No contributors yet. Melissa Jane sent Rose X5. Graham 790. Hello, beautiful.
hello, Graham. Thank you for joining.
Melissa Jane sent finger heart X5.
Thank you for the finger hearts. My goodness.
Send gifts to the host. Graham 7. No contributors yet. Melissa Jane sent finger heart X5. Graham 790. Hello, beautiful. Speech off.
Okay, what's YouTube chat saying? YouTube blocks everything. It does. Hello.
You got two choices:
Okay.
Pineapple Days
Mm-hmm.
or Maui Wowie.
Ooh.
You get Pineapple Days.
Pineapple Days has higher content, though. Thank you. Let's carry on here.
Right now the fucking on Twitter. The reason I'm talking about this is because I just went to the bathroom and I was on my Twitter on my phone.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing this interview of the shooter's father, literally saying like, "Yep, raised him Republican and taught him to hate gay people." The guy's a meth addict.
The guy's a meth addict. Oh, of course he is. Are the headphones fucked up?
The volume a little up higher,
Oh.
but yeah, it was just not mounted correctly.
So the guy's okay.
So you're good.
So
What now?
So
Probably
apparently he
shouldn't
was a
have
meth
been.
addict.
Yeah. Oh,
you
there's a
know,
whole-
on camera, he was
This
clearly
dude,
on
there
some
is
sort
more
of bender. But
fuckery
like,
afoot with this dude than you would believe.
he's like, well, you know,
That, the whole non-binary,
might have shot some people,
from
but
his
at least
lawyer.
he's not
Yeah,
gay.
It wasn't like it was made up.
No.
So like,
Adam's got more for you.
even if we grant that the shooter is non-binary,
Which it doesn't matter.
are they seriously saying like, oh, it's just a coincidence that it
Is it still not good?
Just don't worry about it.
happened to be a gay bar? Or are they saying, well, the right-wing rhetoric against LGBT whatever people, the right-wing rhetoric against queer people,
There, fixed it.
that's not dangerous if it's a non-binary person that did the killing.
But I do have to make a point though, Adam, that people have been warning about this crazy rhetoric about queer people coming back because of this whole push for children's storytime hour with drag queens and giving children puberty blockers and all that. Like the pendulum is swinging back the other way dangerously because of this very loud minority of people that feel the need to push their own beliefs on people. It feels like queer evangelism. And it's not good and it's not healthy. The queer evangelism isn't healthy, and the anti-queer evangelism isn't healthy. And they're both provoking each other. And I don't know why even smart people who aren't like super embedded in either side are reluctant to admit this, and I don't understand why.
Even though that rhetoric obviously affected them, we score a point because it wasn't straight people or like cis people that shot it. Like, how does that, like, that's completely fucking irrelevant.
It is.
I am getting so further and further pushed away from like a lot of people that like I follow and that I'm like in contact with, because it's just so fucking disgusting. Like, COVID was one thing that started like pushing me away from like more right-leaning people in terms of like not wanting, not taking them as seriously anymore and just being like, holy shit, there was like one point in your life where you're expected, where you're even requested to be like serious about something, and you just cried like a baby and decided to like make life worse for everybody on the fucking planet.
No, again, that wasn't what was going on, Adam. There were a lot of people that were not right-leaning that you're lumping. What?
I know what he's talking about with the right leaning stuff. He's talking about the extreme right people. He's not talking about moderate right. Okay, all the shit he's talking about is convoy people. All those shitheads that whole thing is what really put a wedge between a lot of people, because there were people that supported them up to a point. Then there were people that didn't support them at all. Then there were some people that were like, well, it's okay, but it's stupid. It was all of that.
Right.
That is where you have to look at, is those people that took it and ran with it and fucked it all up.
And now it's just like, holy shit. This is just like absolute. Like, Twitter should just. Internet was a mistake. Social media is just so.
The internet was
like the amount of just brainwashing that these people. This confirmation bias nonsense. Holy fucking Christ!
But it goes both. But my point is that this confirmation bias bullshit goes to both sides. This is why I don't pick a side. This is why when people go, do you support the LGBT movement? Do you support this movement, that movement? I'm like, no, I don't. Because movements always go wrong. Always. Picking a side inevitably always fucks up. Even if you're on the good side. If you unquestionably follow every single thing that the good side does, even, what's that phrase? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. If you unquestionably follow somebody who you think is doing good, you still end up doing bad, because you're not questioning the person. You're not going, hey, I know that we started out doing a good thing. Is this still a good thing that we're doing here? Like, okay, carry on.
No critical thinking skills. It's so fucked up. So fucked up, these people.
At one point,
holy
I
shit,
have to stop and go, oh, we the baddies.
Right.
Honestly, just like so fucking disgusting, these people. Like, it's so okay.
Someone needs to make a meme with the left and the right, except split them into Good Ash and Bad Ash. It's that scene after he kills Bad Ash and he's standing there and he goes, good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. Like, that's literally what we're at right now.
Let's think of an inverse situation. Let's imagine that all throughout social media and major American political talking, let's imagine that politicians throughout the United States of America right now were calling out the grooming of priests, religious people, cutting their fucking bits of baby dick off and then indoctrinating them into a lifestyle through, like baptism, like way before a child can consent to anything or understand anything, any of that's going on.
Yes, organized religion is bullshit. Yes.
Getting them to sing all these religious chants, like directly imposing like gender, sexual, societal expectations on children, and then a bunch of priests, particularly Catholic priests, wind up raping a bunch of kids, and then the entire organization, the organization of the Catholic Church and a bunch of its members make efforts to cover it up.
Yep.
So let's just imagine that was getting as much attention in the news cycle as this Republican talking point about all gay people being groomers because some kids are going to family-friendly versions of drag shows, which I don't...
Okay, that's a bit of a generalization, because, again, there's a big swath of Republicans that aren't saying that, and I don't think I've heard any, but even the most stupid right-winger say that all gays are grooming children to do this. Yes.
There is rhetoric about that. See, he's responding to Tim Pool, okay? And Tim Pool's stupid, retarded tweet that he put out regarding all of this. And the biggest problem is the fact that Pool seems to have flipped again and is pushing kind of weird narrative. You do have people on the right, the extreme right, that are saying that. They do say that the gays are groomer. They do say all that. They do say it. They just say it in corners where unless you're in those corners, you don't really hear it.
So they've got this whole.
Pathetic.
They've brought back the 1980s,
We're back in the
1990s
60s.
religious.
Hasn't anybody figured this out? We have gone to the 60s now.
Yeah, because of the and it's because of the. I said this fucking 5 years ago that we're going to see a dangerous swing back to the right because of this, because of the shit on the left.
I don't even have a real opinion on because it's not something like that I've seen or done. Like it's such a whatever. So let's imagine that there was an equal amount of coverage on the Catholic Church literally abusing kids and literally covering it up, and that it was a major talking point from American politicians. And let's imagine that not only was it American politicians, but a particular party of American politicians where a good amount of people who vote for them are deranged gun nuts with mental problems that believe in magic sky gods telling them what to do, sky daddies, and these politicians are like, yeah, these Catholic churches, Satanists, blah, 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 they're, raping your kids, which is a lot more true in this case than gay people, right? Let's imagine that was just playing like all throughout, and we just, had a major election, and it was a major talking point from these politicians, and then some people decided to shoot up some fucking churches?
I get it. I get what he's trying to say. It just feels like I'm looking at this from a moderate centrist point of view. I'm like, this feels like, I get it. Like, I get why he's angry. I get why he's saying these things because, yes, there is this rhetoric, but like he's doing what, like he's saying and generalizing about conservatives the same way that he is suggesting that all conservatives do about gay people. That's what I have a problem with.
Have you noticed? Okay, now have you noticed the one thing about what Adam is doing? Have you noticed what he's specifically directing it at are the right wing religious nut jobs? Okay, the ones that are increasing in numbers and are causing you problems now.
Right.
The ones that are sitting there going, titties are bad. The ones that sit there and go, if you do this, you're going to hell. And these are people that used to be in the atheist community.
Yeah.
So Adam's not wrong on this. He's just, you're not looking at it from where he is. He's looking at it from a left and a right, not in the middle. And if you do look at it this way that he's looking at, take a step back and see what he's looking at, you'll understand. Remember, he lives in Edmonton, right?
Right.
So he gets to see this he gets to see the redneck shit that you get offline.
Yeah, that's true.
So with what Adam has to deal with, he does see this stuff. And it's not right. Now, with what we're seeing, how much are we also seeing religious rhetoric in the live streams that we've been watching with people? Look at Carl Sargon. Okay, he flipped. Aiden flipped. The list just keeps fucking going.
Dave Cullen was like the first.
Cullen was the first one to go over. He was the first one to come out and say,
was like,
I had switched back.
And he was militantly atheist.
Exactly.
Like he was. I grew up in the Irish Catholic Church. I fucking hate religion. Like,
yeah,
he was militantly atheist.
Exactly. All of those guys were. But no, once Cullen, I noticed that Cullen was the keystone.
Yeah.
When Cullen said, "I'm going back to the church," I noticed more people starting to go back to the church.
Yeah.
And now we're back at this weird YouTube battle of good versus evil in their own eyes, when the good is just as evil.
Yeah. All right, let's push play on this.
Like, and the people who got shot, like, okay, regardless of whether or not, like, the Catholic Church as an organization, even, or priests are literally, like, doing serious damage and molesting children.
Yes.
Right? The average person attending church
is not molesting
isn't
children.
Necessarily aware of that.
Yeah.
Or responsible for that.
Right.
Right? Just someone who identifies as a Catholic, and then someone shoots a bunch of people, and then just imagine, let me read this fucking Tim Pool tweet and try to make some sort of inverse here.
Because I haven't actually seen the actual tweet from Tim Pool. So I need the context, and I'm glad that Adam is doing that.
Right? Like, let me try to... Holy shit, this fucking asshole. Yeah, so let's imagine
he's angry.
That after people shoot up, like, Catholic churches, and there were just a bunch of it, like, at just like a completely separate event of whatever, like, the issue, like, just people going to church because they feel like they're a part of a community and they're part of, like, right? I'm going to assume that the average Catholic is not actively, like, raping children, right? Right?
You would think.
Can we all agree on that, at least? Someone shoots up a Catholic church. What was it? 5 dead? How many wounded? And then someone like Tim Pool, who, let's say that for the past year, a significant amount of what they've been putting out to the world is like, oh, the Catholic Church, blah, 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 blah. Like, nonstop hammering home on the fact that, like, these are people, they're coming for your kids, and specifically using language like your children.
Yeah.
You know? Your children. Right? And let's just imagine, like, within a day or two after, like, a massive tragedy, like, just innocent people getting shot.
Yeah.
He just types on Twitter, I fear this is going to get worse. People have been calling for putting pedophiles in wood chippers. Then someone goes and does this. Let's see what the other one is. The grooming of children is not stopping. People are calling for more violence. I do not think legislators will stop the grooming. People will not stop calling for violence. So you tell me what happens next. Yeah, that was the big fucking one. Oh my god.
What a fucking dude. A mass shooter is not a fucking hero, Tim. Holy Christ. Could you imagine if somebody had said that about the Christchurch guy? Like, could you imagine if someone had been like, Oh, I warned you about those Muslims, and now look, someone went and shot up a mosque. Like, holy fuck, that would not be okay. Like, why? What in the fuck, Tim? What is your misfunction in your brain, my dude?
Like, at no point in time even condemning the shooting, by the way.
No!
At
like,
no
what
point in
the
fucking time
fuck?
saying we shouldn't tolerate pedophiles grooming kids. The
But-
Catholic Church or a priest or Catholic Church had a grooming event. How to prevent the violence and stop the grooming ? I'm just asking questions. Literally just fucking doubling down. Like, you're aware that you have a platform where you're perpetuating the idea that, like, oh, all gay people are molesting children. Even though that is so much
Not
less
true.
true
Yeah.
than if you were to say that for religious people and or Republicans,
Right?
by the way. Like, there's a huge fucking archive, like link after link after link after link of like confirmed, not just like, oh, I voted Republican, but like Republican politicians that have been caught
They're
with
gay.
child porn or raped kids.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like a never-ending fucking list of this shit.
Or gay.
Right?
Or the
Like-
guys that say, I hate gay people. Right? But then they're like, get caught having sex with, 8,000 men. Like.
Like, holy shit. It's just, there's no
way that that's okay.
they're so shameless at this point. And there's just like, maybe a number of years ago, it could be said like, oh, I was definitely of this position. Like,
Yeah.
just kind of like centrist and it's perspective. And to a lot of issues it is. But the rhetoric around this shit, it's fucking evil. It's fucking evil. Like, you're a fucking bad person. Like, it is past the point of being something where it's like, oh yeah, just a matter of opinion. Like, this, he knows what he's doing. He
Yeah.
knows that he
Tim is not a stupid man. Like, he knows exactly what he's pulling. And it's garbage. It's absolute garbage that he's pulling this.
that he has an audience of people who, not everybody,
No.
but he knows that he's been
he knows
stoking
what
these
yeah.
fears to his audience.
Yeah.
And he's not even trying to distance himself from it.
No.
Tim Pool, Matt Walsh, fucking Steven Crowder, fucking Charlie Kirk.
God,
Pause.
what? I did.
So you know how you still can't get it open?
No.
Okay. So you know how? Okay. Where is Tim Pool originally from?
Oh.
Vice.
Right.
Okay. Remember, he was a reporter for Vice, so he's just a fucking shitbag. Okay. The whole Bernie thing. That whole. You remember how Tim was with the whole Bernie thing, right?
No.
He's just a piece of shit.
I don't pay attention to Tim Pool.
Oh, good. Don't. He's a fucking. Yeah, I hate him.
He's every year he puts out these dumbass Halloween tweets or anti-Halloween tweets where he's like, if you're an adult and you dress up for Halloween, you're pathetic.
Well, he's also
and
one
you're
of the ones
blah,
that calls
blah,
everybody a pedo.
And I'm just like, who hurt you, Tim? Did your mom like tell you she was gonna sort through your candy to make sure it was okay and then just take it and not give it back to you? Like, is that why you hate Halloween so much? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the hatred for Halloween on Tim Pool's part.
Speech on. Paper crane. Line prep. Paper crane image. Paper 0. Slacks. Pin. 99. Pin. Pin.
Why do you have to make these things? They have to shatter them to get them open pieces.
Because it's a Chinese puzzle box.
Some new string here.
This one's even worse. This one you need a wrench to open.
Some new string here. 2 hours. Image. Blind image. Invite user. 2. Invite. LiveMT tool post new top contributors. 10. She's been for 99% of her life. Rose 1. Rose 1.
Yeah, you still got that stupid contributions page up.
Interact. 52. Mullen. Plus guests.
Just been me and another person chatting.
No contributors.
Oh, okay.
Gifts to the host plus hosts. Send gifts to the host to support no contributors yet. DJ. Who's hating on you? Rose 1 to
Who's hating on me? Nobody.
Rose 1 to 5. DJ. Who's hating on DJ? Hello, Blind Press.
Hey.
No, Libby can no contributors yet. DJ. Hello, invite user. 2. DJ. Who's hating on you? Rose 1 to 5 of 100.
No one's hating on me right now. I'm just watching some videos.
The rhetoric around this most recent event is like absolutely fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, I'm gonna have to like distance myself further from these types of people.
Yeah.
Like this is like way beyond
I don't blame
debate.
you, dude.
This is way beyond debate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether or not the bar had an event the next day where there was someone who was dressing the opposite gender and it was a family friendly event. If they're doing something, if they're like exposing their genitals to children, fucking show the authorities.
Yeah.
Don't shoot up the place, and especially, well, I shouldn't.
Yeah. If you have evidence that the family-friendly drag show is not family-friendly, go to the police. Do not arm yourself and go to the event. Okay? You are not the Punisher. And Frank Castle wouldn't do that either, by the way. So, yeah. If you think that Frank Castle would go and just randomly kill a bunch of innocent people because of something that a business was doing, then you have not acquainted yourself with the Punisher. All right, here we go. Oops. What did I do?
Say especially, don't shoot up the place. But if you're somebody who's not like ready to shoot up a fucking place and ready to actually murder people, and you're just having conversations on the internet, just being like, oh, I'm Republican, I'm conservative, like I'm right wing, whatever you want to say, don't fucking justify the shootings. Okay? Like, holy shit, you people are fucking awful. You are awful, bad people. You are genuinely bad people. I am pulling a fucking sink here. I am so pissed off. Like, it's... I can't... I would feel bad associating with a lot of these people now.
Yeah.
Like, I am moving way... Like, I cannot... There's a fucking clear line of morality where all you have to do to not cross it is just imagine for a fucking second if it was someone else other than a group of people you apparently hate.
Yeah. Like, I don't... Like, there are certain groups of... Like, there are certain things that I don't like. Right? There are certain people that I just don't like. Do I think that they deserve to have horrific things happen to them? And, like, would I go and kill them? No.
And want to see actually killed. Right? All you have to do is just imagine for a fucking second. What if it was Republicans? What if it was Christians?
Yeah.
Like, that's all it takes to not be a colossal fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, but people don't... It's this whole tribalism thing now. Tribalism is back with a vengeance. It's back with a vengeance.
Fuck people. Holy shit. So disappointed. I am so disappointed in people. The set of standards is just like slowly slipping away from people here in terms of like how to have political discussions. You can't even condemn a mass fucking shooting. Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. Holy shit, you fucking pieces of garbage.
Yeah. I agree. if you can't condemn a mass shooting because it happened to people, to a group of people who happen to sleep with people who have the same genitals, and you don't like that, then you're pretty shitty. I have to say, you are pretty damn shitty. Okay, what's next here?
Speech 10. I'm the voice you invite user. 2. Paper parade. Top contributors. Mama needs some new stream here. 12:48 p.m. 2 hour 51 minute slash 0. Game completed 4.8. Line press. Line press. Invite user. 2. Rose 1. 3 of your friends are live. Invite them to 10. Madame from your movie sucks. She's doing a live review of his rant about Tim Pool. The driving aid.
All right. What's next here? Oh my god.
Friends are live. Invite them to go live together.
Let's do one more video because I am stupidly hungry. And then we're gonna oh my god, ow. Okay, we're gonna end this after. Okay, we have a 13-minute video here. Hello.
If your back's hurting that much, this just has to do with Panda.
Okay.
Here. Honey, if your back's that bad, if your hip's that bad,
Okay.
no one's going to be mad at you if you're in this much pain.
Yeah, guys,
Okay?
I'm sorry. I've gotta.
You couldn't handle your workout this morning, right? You got through 5 minutes of it. Your hip's that bad. I want you to relax. Sitting up is bad. I want you to go lay down. They're not going to be mad. You got through the Adam review. We'll do something later tonight, okay?
Okay.
We'll do something later.
Okay. Well, guys, I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna end early because my back is killing me. I will be back later on TikTok, and then I'll be on Twitch tomorrow morning. I'm also gonna be. I'll share the link out on Twitter. For what's it called? For the Sight Effect tournament tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and I'll be back later. Bye, everybody.